Welcome back to our channel, guys. Today is an absolutely beautiful day, but the drama in Port Charles is literally off the charts, and we have to dive right in because I am losing my mind over here. Let's just back up for a second because I forgot to mention earlier, but we really need to talk about Britt Westbourne and the absolute rock bottom she is currently sitting at. So Britt is literally broke. Like, she has absolutely nothing right now. She was cleared of the fake Huntington's disease, she survived being on the run with Rocco, she got out of jail, and what does she have to show for it? Nothing. Carly completely locked her out of Bobby's, changed the locks, and rented her room out to someone else, which is insane, by the way. Carly has zero chill, and don't even get me started on that, but Britt is basically homeless, jobless, and completely desperate. She is wandering around Port Charles like a ghost with an attitude problem, lashing out at everyone, throwing literal tantrums, and she is so desperate to get her life back. She wants her job at General Hospital back more than anything in the entire. She used to be co-chief of staff. She used to run that place. And now she is treated like a total pariah. Not okay. Seriously, it is so unfair. So what does the Britch do when she is backed into a corner? She got sneaky. I am yelling at my screen at this point because she decides to literally break into the General Hospital HR archive. I was like, are you serious right now, Britt? You just got out of jail. But she does not even care. She sneaks into the hospital, dodging nurses, slipping past security cameras that are probably broken anyway because PCPD and GH security are literally the worst, and she gets down into the basement where they keep all the personnel files. She is looking for a loophole. She is digging through boxes and filing cabinets because she thinks maybe there is a technicality in her firing, or maybe she can find some dirt on someone else to leverage her way back into a job. She is in full survival mode. I respect the hustle. Honestly. I really do. Oh wait, before that happened, actually, I need to talk about Dr. Tristan Roberts. Because he is the other half of this massive equation, and he has been the absolute bane of Britt's existence since he got to town. Tristan is a shiny new surgeon who sat next to Jason on the flight from Jakarta, and since he stepped foot in GH, he has been acting like he owns the place. He is so strict. He is Mr. Perfect, by the book, zero tolerance for rule breakers, and he has been so incredibly nasty to Britt. Every time they cross paths in the hallway, it is just pure friction. He looks at her like she is trash because of her criminal record and her past mistakes. He has his ironclad discipline, and he acts so superior, like he has never done a single wrong thing in his entire life. He needs to get it together, I swear. He is so arrogant. Okay, where was I? Right, so Britt is in the HR archives, surrounded by all these dusty files, and she is frustrated. She is pulling folders, looking at contracts, and then she sees Tristan's personnel file. Dr. Tristan Roberts. The guy who has been making her life a living hell and acting like he is the moral compass of the entire medical field. She probably just wanted to see his resume, or find out if he lied about his medical school grades, or something petty like that. She opens the folder. She is flipping through his background checks, his references, and then she gets to the very back of the file. There is a sealed envelope, or maybe it was just a folded piece of paper, but it is his original birth certificate. My jaw dropped. I am not even kidding, my jaw actually unhinged and hit the floor. The camera slowly pans over Britt's shoulder and zooms in on the paper. Father, Sonny Corinthos. I can't breathe. I literally stopped functioning as a human being. Sonny Corinthos. Sonny is Tristan's biological father. Are you actually kidding me right now? I was screaming at my television. I jumped off my couch. I had to rewind it 3 times just to make sure I was reading it right. Sonny Corinthos, the legendary mob boss of Port Charles, the man who already has 1 million children scattered around, is the father of the most uptight, rule-following, perfectly disciplined doctor at General Hospital. The absolute shock on Britt's face was iconic. She looked like she had just been struck by lightning. And honestly, same. Wait, did I already say that? Whatever. Anyway, think about what this actually means for Tristan's character. It explains everything. My mind is racing 1,000,000 miles an hour right now because the psychology of this is so deep and so brilliant. Tristan has been acting like this perfect, rigid, law-abiding citizen because he is absolutely terrified of his own bloodline. He knows he is a mobster's son. He knows he has Corinthos blood running through his veins, and he is trying so hard to overcompensate. That is why he has this steel discipline. That is why he hates people who break the rules, like Britt, because he is desperately trying to suppress the criminal instinct inside himself. He is trying to wash the mobster stain off his soul by being the most legitimate, upstanding doctor ever. He hates Britt because she reminds him of the chaos and the lawlessness that he is running away from. It makes so much sense. I am literally in awe of the writers for this twist. It is so good. And don't even get me started on Sunny right now. Because Sunny is currently in his legitimate businessman era again, he is literally sitting on the board of General Hospital. He just got a seat on the board. He is sitting there in his fancy suits, trying to act like a philanthropist, trying to pretend he isn't running a massive criminal enterprise. He is sitting next to Tracy Quartermain and acting like he belongs there. The hypocrisy is actually insane. Sunny is trying to build this clean legacy, and he has this secret biological son who is a doctor at the very hospital he is trying to control. If this gets out, Sunny's whole legitimate facade is going to completely crumble. The board would lose their minds. Can you even imagine Tracy Quartermain's reaction to this? Tracy is already throwing her weight around at the board meetings, yelling at people, being her usual iconic self. If she finds out that the shiny new surgeon is actually a secret mob baby, she is going to literally combust. She will have a field day with it. She will use it to try and get Sunny kicked off the board permanently. The scandal would be front page news in Port Charles. Mob boss's secret son operating at GH. It would be a total media circus. And how many kids does Sunny actually have at this point? We have Dante, who is a cop. We have Michael, who is a corporate CEO. We have Christina, who is heading to medical school. We have Avery and Donna, who are still little. And now we have Tristan, a surgeon? Sunny's family tree is not even a tree anymore. It is a whole chaotic forest. Why does he have so many secret children that just pop up out of nowhere? I am so done. But also I love it because the drama is feeding my soul right now. Okay, but let's go back to Britt. Because Britt is sitting on the floor of the HR archive room, holding this piece of paper, and you can literally see the gears turning in her head. She realizes instantly that she is holding a nuclear bomb. This is the golden ticket. This is the ultimate leverage. The power shift in this exact moment is so palpable you could cut it with a knife. Tristan has been treating her like dirt on his shoe, acting like he is so much better than her, and now she holds the one secret that could completely destroy his entire, carefully constructed life. If she leaks this birth certificate, Tristan's career is ruined. His reputation as the perfect, rule-following doctor is gone. Everyone will look at him and just see Sunny Corinthos' mob spot. All his hard work to escape his bloodline will be for absolutely nothing. But Britt is smart. She is the Britt. She doesn't just want to ruin Tristan's life for fun, well, maybe a little bit for fun, but mostly, she wants her own life back. She wants her job, she wants her reputation, she wants her money, and she wants respect. She realizes that leaking the document to the press doesn't actually help her get her co-chief of staff position back. But blackmailing Sunny Corinthos? Oh, that could get her everything she wants. I'm calling it now, this is going to end badly. Mark my words. Blackmailing a mob boss is literally the most dangerous thing a person can do in Port Charles. People end up in the harbor for a lot less. But Britt is so desperate that she does not even care about the danger. She is looking at that birth certificate and she sees her way back to the top. She is going to march right into Sunny's office, or maybe corner him at a GH board meeting, and she is going to lay it all out. She is going to look Sunny dead in the eye and tell him that if he doesn't pull strings to get her reinstated at the hospital with full honors and a massive paycheck, she is going to expose his secret son to the entire world and ruin his little legitimate hospital board game. It is going to be so epic. I can already picture the scene. Sunny is going to be so furious. He is going to throw a glass against the wall. He is going to threaten her, but Britt is not going to back down. She has survived Faison. She has survived being on the run. She survived the WSB and Ross Cullum. She is not going to be intimidated by. She is going to use this to force Sunny to be her personal fixer. And the best part? She is going to use it to make Tristan her absolute subordinate. Imagine Tristan having to take orders from Britt because Sunny forced the hospital to rehire her as his boss. The poetic justice of it all is just too delicious. Tristan is going to lose his mind. He is going to be so angry that his secret is out, and he is going to hate Sunny even more for giving in to the blackmail. I am honestly so thrilled by this choice. It gives Britt her edge back. She has been playing the victim for too long recently, with the fake Huntington's disease and the torturous run from the law. I want the manipulative, Scheming, brilliant Britt Westbourne back on my screen, and this storyline is exactly how we get her there. She is taking control of her own destiny by grabbing the biggest, baddest secret in town and using it as a weapon. But seriously, how did Tristan even manage to keep this a secret for so long? Did he change his name? Who is his mother? We need a full backstory episode immediately because I have so many questions. Did Sunny know about him? I bet Sunny had no idea. Sunny always finds out about his kids 20 years too late. It is like a running joke at this. Sunny is going to be so conflicted because he will want to protect his son's reputation, but he will also want to control him, and Tristan is going to want absolutely nothing to do with him. The family dinners at the Corinthos house are about to get so incredibly toxic, and I am here for every single second of it. Okay, I need to calm down because my heart is literally racing. I cannot wait for tomorrow's episode. If Britt walks into the hospital tomorrow holding a copy of that birth certificate and just smirking at Tristan, I am going to throw a party. She needs to get her life together, and I swear this blackmail plot is the exact chaotic energy Port Charles needs right now. I am so invested it is actually... Anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments, because I am going to be thinking about this for the rest of the week.